John Paul College, and said, mate, is that what you said the F word 20 times in the last 3 minutes. And he yelled at me. And I said, I'm talking to my boys. I said, mate, you're talking to the whole field.
Yeah.
I don't allow the kids to swear, so I said, yes, you don't swear.
Yeah.
So next week's got a lollipop in his mouth. Maybe you should start there, burying your lollipops out.
That's on now too, just like,
yeah.
We're live now. We're being broadcast.
It's not very good for a good Catholic school.
Brian,
After all the abuse numbers on these schools,
nothing. JD, anything else? No. Jaden? Tinker? No. Steve?
Just, I'm watching a couple of games at Current Boys College. It's pretty all the guys don't come along and like do a wonderful presentation on lineups. So many guys still standing in the middle of the back. Just wasting time. Not protecting the players, not looking at the balls.
Can I ask the question, were those referees that you watched, were they at the last Tuesday night?
They don't come along.
Rest my case.
So frustrating. Maybe it's changing.
Yeah. George, anything?
No, all good.
All good? Okay.
Like it was 150 creams over 150. And it was horrible.
What, the weather or the game?
The actual more 150. In terms of the you know, people the 3 yellow cards and 1 penalty try. So yeah. It was good learning, though. Very good.
Start calling you Craig Schubert.
Good. Matty?
Yeah, it's good to be back out on the field after a bit of a break. No, it's a good game. It's by the time they got a pretty good team actually. Get a few more good forwards in there, and I think they'll be pretty strong with that back line. But the points of my game wasn't video because I reckon about probably 5 of the 11 tries have probably been up for a try of the week. Some pretty wicked tries on both teams. Yeah, but no, it's good to be back out.
Great. Crowie?
Took me a while to get through my pre-match because a certain Taringa coach kept bitching to me about the last week's week, but anyway, we'll move on.
Which game did you have?
Are you going to dig at me?
Jeez.
Yeah, Jason was obviously pissed about something, but we moved on quickly. During the game, the only one interesting one, Taringa guy and then Palms North guy run down between the posts, unopposed, no problem whatsoever, just bent down quickly as if to touch the ground and keep running around in a big circle and with his mates congratulating for the try. And I thought, fuck, did he actually touch it on the ground? But he sort of picked it up and went, nah, shit, try. Come over here, don't do that to me again. If you're with Nick here, you might have the action replay on TV and yeah, us, we're going to make the decision there and then.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Just before we hand over to Pat, and Pat might want to reinforce this, that email that Pat sent out Friday the 26th of June, if you are unable to referee for any reason, and there's some set protocols there. If it's 24 hours before kickoff, you get in touch with either the senior appointment officer or the school appointments officer. So it's 24 hours beforehand. If it's within 24 hours, you've got to make contact with the club or school directly and let them know. Sorry?
But there's a little book that gives you all the phone number.
Yeah, so if you get the, they were handed out not with the DL3s, we haven't got a handbook.
It's a handbook, yeah. Or they're all on the web.
Yeah.
All on the website.
Yeah. All right, so just let's follow that protocol. I mean, the other thing is, I think what's causing the frustration is a number of people that aren't turning up must have known that they're not going to be able to turn up well beforehand. I mean, if you've got a wedding or something like that you're going to go to, you've known about that for weeks. So for heaven's sake, get on the website, make yourself unavailable, give plenty of notice. It must be very frustrating for the appointments guys who find out on the week that they're doing the appointments that you've got a wedding or something that you're going to, or a family birthday or something like that. It's not that you're going to those things, it's just that you must have known about it well beforehand. We're probably again, preaching to the converted in this room. But just if we can just remember that and take away some of the frustrations. So without any further ado, we'll hand over to Pat, and he's going to do line ball, your call.
Lights. Lights. So as we come into semis and finals, some of you will no doubt be appointed as ARs for these games. So it seems a perfect opportunity then to run through a tried and tested PowerPoint presentation that has been floating around for some time. We've taken it a step further though, so hopefully you enjoy some of the clips. So the objectives of tonight is to assist in making the correct line ball decision at the goal line, the touch and goal line, and the touch line. So, you know, and if we go back to law 1, it's pretty obvious. The goal line is in goal. The touch and goal line is touch in goal, and the touch line is in touch. And for any of you who don't know, a plane of touch is an imaginary line that runs vertically straight up from the ground on the touch line. So we've got 20 scenarios to get through. We'll run through them pretty quickly. You don't have a lot of time to make the decision on the field, so we won't give you a lot of time to make the decision here. Scenario 1, an attacking player kicks the ball from the field of play towards the opponent's goal line. A defender with 1 foot in the field of play and the other in goal catches the ball on the fall and then touches down.
Yeah, I think you got that right.
20-meter drop out, defender deemed to be in goal, ball caught on the fall and grounded by defender. Do you notice how the guy who kicked the ball was also the same guy who caught it? Number 2, the attacking player grubber kicks the ball from the field of play towards the opponent's goal line. A defender with 1 foot in the field of play and the other in goal picks up the ball while still in motion and touches down.
Same person again.
Yes.
Quite simple.
Yes.
22.
Still moving.
Yeah. Defender's in goal. Ball reached the defender who, because he wasn't in goal, is allowed to ground it. Number 3. Attacking player kicks the ball from the field of play towards the opponent's goal line. It rolls to within 1 meter of the defender with 1 foot in the field of play and the other in goal and stops. The defender picks up the stationary ball and touches down.
This will be a good kick. Wow.
I was stationary. 5 meter scrum attackers ball. The ball stopped short. Defender carried it back. Therefore, scrum 5 minutes.
The referee pointed.
5 minutes. Number 4, an attacking player kicks the ball from the field of play. Defender standing with 1 foot in goal and the other in touch in goal catches the ball on the full. You can't see, he's actually straddling the white line there, but it's poor photography. You know what, I hazard a guess? So he's straddling the touch and goal line, he catches the ball on the full from a kick and general play.
Option.
Beautiful. Scrum where the kick was taken or 22-meter drop out. Defender was in touch and goal, therefore the ball is out. Same scenario, this time it's rolling along the ground. Picks up a moving ball while straddling the line. Decision? Options? Good. Same scenario, this time the ball stops dead and he picks his out.
22.
Oh, stop, jump in the gun. Decision?
22, no option.
22, no option, well done. Righto, for each of the following touchline scenarios, what's your decisions? Is the ball out, yes or no? If yes, who throws it in? And where is the line out formed? So these scenarios relate to the player is outside the plane of touch, but the ball is inside the plane of touch. Number 7, player 24 metres from his goal line kicks the ball downfield. An opposition player standing on the halfway line with 1 foot in touch and the other in the field of play catches the ball on the full. The ball does not cross the plane of touch in this scenario.
So who's making that?
Out, 24,
Outright there.
24 metres out. And the player caught it.
Is the ball out?
Yes,
Whose throw is it?
the guy
The guy
caught it.
Caught it.
Non-kicking team. Good. Where's the line out?
Where he caught
24
it.
metres.
24 metres from the kicker's goal line. Because he
Because
was outside the 22.
Oh.
24 is basically 22.
Team kicks off, opposition player standing on the 22-metre line but with 1 foot in touch and the other in the field of play catches the ball on the full. Again, the ball does not cross the plane of touch.
Options.
Beautiful. Non-kicking team, halfway line, option of scrum or re-kick.
You can take the line out too.
Or accept the kick.
Yep.
So you can run up to halfway and chuck
Yep.
it.
Yep. Number 9, player 7 metres from his own goal line kicks the ball downfield. It lands in the field of play and bounces toward the touchline. An opposition player on the 10-metre line with 1 foot in the field of play and the other in touch catches the ball before it crosses the touchline. Oh,
Caught it on the phone. He caught it on the phone, yeah.
who put this presentation
Say it
together?
dance before you got it.
That was bouncing along, was it?
Okay, yeah, bouncing along. Is the ball out? Yes. Non-kicking team on the 10-metre line. Yeah, sorry, the clip didn't fit the scenario. I'll talk to my secretary tomorrow about her getting this wrong. Number 10, a player on the halfway kicks the ball ahead. It lands in the field of play and bounces downfield, stopping 1 metre from touch. Blah, blah. An opposition player with 1 foot in the field of play and the other in touch bends down and picks up the stationary ball. Oh, yeah, no clip for this.
Ball's out.
I took it out.
Yeah.
He took it out.
So it's a kicking team throw.
Yeah.
6 metres from goal line. Clear as mud. Yep. Number 11, player on his own 22, kicks the ball upfield. An opposition player on his 10-metre line, standing with both feet in touch and on the ground, slaps the ball, which is still in flight, back into the field of play before it crosses the plane of touch. I had some fun filming this one.
Play on.
Anyone agree with play on?
Is the ball out? No.
Beautiful. The ball has not been caught by an opposition player and it has not crossed the plane, so play on. Player in the field of play, and this time the ball is outside the play. Sorry?
They can be the ref calling those, or they are calling those
Oh.
in front of a big crowd.
Well, see, we should have a big crowd watching this at home, so they should know now that they're watching. Number 12, a player is running with the ball inside the touchline, pushes the ball carrier toward the touchline. The ball carrier leaps in the air and crosses the plane of touch, but before he touches the ground, he's able to throw the ball back into the field of play. Now, no matter how many times we tried to film this, we couldn't quite get it right, so I've had to go to a photograph.
No, the ball's not out.
Is the ball out? Yes or no?
No.
No. The ball carrier was grounded in the field of play when he first caught the ball. He then released the ball, but landing out on behind the touchline. Play on. Good work. Number 13, a player kicks the ball from his own 10-metre line. The ball crosses the touchline on the full 28 metres from the opposition goal line. An opposition player standing with both feet in the field of play reaches out across the plane of touch and slaps the ball back into the field of play towards his own goal line. So the ball crossed the plane of touch in that video, if you don't believe me. What's your decision?
Play on. Is the ball out? No.
Beautiful. Player 24 metres from his goal line kicks the ball downfield with it crossing the touchline on the full. An opposition player standing with both feet in the field of play leaps up, and before he crosses the plane of touchline, he slaps the ball back into the field of play, which has crossed the plane of touch towards his own goal line. He then lands in touch. Same scenario. In situations where the ball has crossed the plane of touch and the player is in the air, the determining factor in whether the ball is in touch is not whether the player was in the air or where he lands. It's simply whether the player's body or torso was beyond the touchline when contact with the ball was made.
Is that ball
So that one
not out? It's not out.
So the key was, where was his body?
So his body was
Inside the plane.
Yeah, so if it was outside the plane.
Well, don't get in front of me.
Okay, sorry.
Player on the 10-metre line punts the ball downfield with the ball crossing the touchline on the full. An opposition player standing in the field of play 5 metres from his goal line leaps in the air, and after he crosses the plane of touch, he slaps the ball back into the field of play. Where he lands is irrelevant. Same scenario. What's your decision?
I would have thought it was out.
Okay, back yourselves. It's out. Whose throw is it? Non-kicking team.
So the difference between that one and the last one was the torso. was
Torso out.
The
Torso
torso was
in.
in.
Plane of touch. All right, we're almost done. Number 16, a player kicks the ball for touch from a penalty. An opposition player standing in the field of play 12 metres from his goal line dives across the touch line, momentarily catches the ball, and then before touching the ground, passes it back into the field of play. Again, no matter how many times we tried, we couldn't quite nail the scenario, so we've gone to photos.
So the ball's across the plane.
So we'll go back.
Body's inside.
Dives across the touchline, momentarily catches the ball, and then before touching the ground, passes it back in the field of play.
I would have thought that's right. Really?
It's out because he caught it.
Even though his feet were in.
Yeah, it's out because he caught it.
Even though his feet were in.
Slapped him.
Oh, ignore the photographs. He's airborne in the scenario.
Oh, I see.
You remember? So he's airborne.
The torso is over.
See, because that photo there, he would be in. wouldn't it? Yeah.
But he's supposed to
he's
be
in the
airborne.
air. Okay.
Liam here. 17, the player grubber kicks the ball and it rolls toward the touchline. The ball crosses the touchline in the air as an onside player from the kicker's team, chasing the kick, dives across the touchline and flicks the ball back into the field of play.
Flags
Yeah,
up.
I'm not sure.
Flags up.
Peter Marshall got it wrong. Is the ball out? No. Player is grounded in the field of play when the ball is touched, is deflected and released before the catcher lands beyond the touchline. Who wrote the law book? Nearly done. Number 18. Kicker 10 metres from his goal line, punts the ball downfield. It crosses the touchline on the full on his 10-metre line. An opposition player standing in touch leaps in the air and slaps the ball into the field of play, and he then lands back in touch.
He lands back in
He lands back in touch. Who says he's out?
I'm going with the torsos outside.
I'd say he's out.
Is the ball out? Yes. Whose throw is it? The non-kicking team. So it was always out on the 10-metre line where it was slapped by the non-kicking player. 2 to go. A kicker 10 metres from his goal line, punts the ball downfield, it crosses the touchline on the full on his 10-metre line. An opposition player standing in touch leaps in the air and slaps the ball into the field of play, and then he lands back in touch.
Out.
You can't get good help, can you, when you... It's the same one. All right. Okay, a couple of things to finish up on. If the ball crosses the plane of touch and in doing so touches a player beyond the line, the ball is in touch regardless of whether the player is in the air or on the ground. The ball has been put into touch by the kicking team. If a player has 1 foot in the field of play and 1 foot in touch when catching the ball, the kicking team has put the ball into touch. The non-kicking team throws the ball into the subsequent line-out unless it was from a penalty, and the only difference is where the line-out.
You can forget where the ball is in that scenario. It doesn't
Yes.
matter whether it's this side of the line or that side of the line.
No.
You've got one leg here, one leg there.
Yep, 1 leg in, 1 leg out, and you catch it, it's out. If the ball reaches a player who is either on or beyond the goal line, touching goal line, or the touch line, the kicker is deemed to put it there. If the ball stops short of those lines and the catcher reaches out and picks up the ball, the catcher has put it there. And if the receiver / catcher of the ball is in the air when the ball is touched but not caught, what determines whether the ball is out is the receiver's body beyond the plane of touch, and is the ball beyond the plane of touch. If both do not exist, the ball is in. Just in case you thought it was clear before the end of the scenarios, now you're all confused. Let's discuss this one, because there's a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
See, Nick's got the benefit, he just goes upstairs.
Yeah.
You won't be able to next week.
You won't be able to on Thursday.
Yeah.
Any issues with this slide? So basically we're looking for the receiver's torso. Is it beyond the plane? And is the ball beyond the plane? So if one of them's there, it's out. If neither of them are there, it's in. Make sense? Please say yes, Pat, with some confidence.
Yes, Pat.
Righto. The only situation where play continues after the ball contacts a player beyond the touch line is where the ball has not crossed the plane of touch and the player that plays the ball does not catch it. All right, so that's the guy standing outside, leans in and bats the ball in. Right.
And every spectator watching that will disagree with you.
See, now if these meetings were held in secret, that's probably the case.
But because every club supporter will be watching this on YouTube,
Absolutely.
we won't have any trouble.
All Bay of Plenty clubs are now watching this live on YouTube.
What did the law say last week? What law is it? Busted out.
Just looking
19.
19. Where's Graham? What law is it? Oh, hang on. Tanika,
Yes.
get off your phone. You got 100% in the law exam. What law is it?
Law 19.
19.
There you go. Law 19.
Well, line outs are anyway, I don't know.
Did you have any conscious speaking penalties?
I was just guessing.
Who doesn't have the law book on their phone? who doesn't have the law book on their phone? Okay, well, who doesn't have a smartphone? Can I suggest you get one, because I've just built us an app. You can have one free with a mobile phone plan for 2 years.
If you want the law reference, it's in the definitions and definitions of touch.
And see,
The
that's
final paragraph.
when Nick gets paid the big bucks. No, truly, I have built us an app. The app has the ability for you guys to fill in your red cards, yellow cards, match reports, referee abuse reports by filling in drop-down boxes and lists and writing the bare minimum text. The only thing you have to get right is the player's name. Please do not put "didn't get his name." Because there isn't anybody in the New Zealand database with the name "didn't get his name." So smartphones, apps. Because the good thing about the app is they'll have the ability to do push notifications. So for example, I might be looking for a referee to referee at 12:15 in Rotorua, and I can do a push notification to all of the mobile phones within a specific GPS radius of where the game is. And if you just happen to have your kit in the boot of your car and you're available, you can click yes.
Can I ask a question? I was out at Caddy Cat with a newer referee, and a lady came up from the Caddy club and filled out her team sheet, and she was, I don't know if she called you, but